So some people have been asking me in the Osu game, twitch.tv/RealPack, hey CapNor, I like your videos and I just wanted to ask you for some help. And I was like, okay, what do you really want? And he was like, can you give me some advice on how to improve? I'm 6 digit and I have 850 hours. I've been struggling to improve for a while now. So I was like, okay, send me your profile. I'm gonna go check out your profile and see what I can do for you. And I looked at his profile and he was obviously around 6 digit, 850 hours, which is not exactly the fastest improvement rate. If some people saw that and compared it to a Vox or Emmerich, they'll be like, okay, piss low, you should stop playing the game, quit immediately, you're not going to get any better. People with the doomer mindset are going to tell them that. But I, for one, was like, okay, no, you still have potential, man. You can still improve even if you have this horrible play time to rank ratio. And I looked at his graph, it was decaying, of course. Looked at his top plays, it was a lot of aim, and just gave him some advice. And I was like, okay, man, it looks like you're just playing a lot of aim. You don't really have a lot of stream maps, not a lot of tapping maps. You could do a bit better in terms of rounding out the skill sets, perhaps. You don't want to be playing aim all the time. Maybe play a bit more streams and then come back to me and see how that works. And he was like, okay, well, I'm going to try that out. And he went on with his way. But then that whole conversation inspired me to make this video because I feel like a lot of people besides him struggle with improving in Osu, because improving in Osu, of course, this comes naturally for perhaps new players or some veteran players. They're gonna hop on Osu and they're playing like amazing. They're improving every fucking day. Every day is a new top play. These guys are having the greatest day. But then some people, they're going to hit their wall and they're gonna stop improving and they're like, okay, what the fuck do I do? I've been slowing down this whole time. I've not been getting better. Like, what do I do? So I'm just going to give you guys my general Osu advice improvements here in this video and just tell you guys what I think works for me personally. But just to give myself some quick credibility to my name for me to give this advice, I am a 4-digit Osu player. I go by Parkman123 on Osu game. I am currently ranked 4,500. My top play is 600 PP, and my play style is quite unique where I play a lot of goofy ass Toho AR8 DT tapping maps. I'm not exactly the most type of common farmer, but that's the type of maps I farm. I farm maps similarly to like Chicken 10. I play these really old DT maps. That's what I farm. But recently I've also had a downward spiral where I've kind of not been improving at the game in terms of my rank. I've not really been FCing a lot of maps because I'm going to be getting very nervous while I'm FCing and I'm going to choke and I just shit the bed and die. And sometimes I'm just not even going to be motivated to farm. So I've really just been pushing skill cap recently, just playing a lot of progression maps, trying to get better at 8 stars, 7 stars, and that's just what I've been doing instead of improving. And for that reason, I've been stuck around the rank 5,000 for a bit. So I completely sympathize with the people that say I can't improve at this game. But then one day I came from a break from not playing Osu for a month and I hopped in and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go farm some PP and get better now. Worked on my aim for a bit and now I got a 600 PP play and I shot up like 800 ranks because I'm just goated like that. And I just had a huge improvement arc. So that is my credibility there. But just to give my main general advice for Osu, so to get better at Osu, I think that the #1 thing that you want to do is be consistent. So a lot of people, when they play Osu game, some people ask me, hey, how do I improve at the game? And I look at their profile and they're playing like 50 play count a month and they're playing like once a week. And I'm like, dude, you're not playing consistently enough. And I remember this advice that I saw from a podcast, not saw, but heard, but he was basically saying, okay, to get stronger in the gym, you want to be consistent. You don't have to be maxing every day. You don't have to be going to the gym every day and doing 1 hour of cardio and 50 billion bench presses and 50 billion squats with 500 PP pounds. Like, you don't have to be doing it every fucking day. Just go to the gym, do something at a bare minimum, and then if you're feeling it that day, do some more past the minimum. But you want to have a bare minimum, a bare baseline every day when you go to the gym. But you want to do this consistently as well. You want to go at least every other day, perhaps go every day. And I was like, okay, I like this advice. And I applied it for myself. Went to the gym every day and I got a bit stronger. And the same thing applies for Osu. You want to be consistent with your play sessions. So you don't want to be the person who's saying, how do I improve at the game? But they have 50 fucking play count per month, bro. You have to be playing more than once a month. You want to be playing at least every other day, perhaps. And you don't have to be playing 5 hours every day trying to get your top play. Just play the game like 1 to 2 hours every day. Play the songs that you like, play the skill sets that you lack, and just be consistent with that. So that's probably the first thing that I would recommend. But besides that, Another tip that I would give just for general OSU advice is to push your skill cap. So I feel like some people out here, they like to stick to a certain skill set in a certain skill range. So perhaps 6 stars is their comfort zone, but they forever play 6 stars, and now their whole top plays are filled with the 6-star FCs, and they don't really have anything more than that. And they're not really playing a lot of 7 stars. And they're wondering, okay, well, I've been FCing all the 6 stars, but I'm not really improving at the game. I can only play 6 stars. I can't play 7 stars. And these people, what they're lacking is they're not pushing their skill cap. And this is something that I also struggled with. So when I played the Touhou DT maps, the thing about these Touhou maps is that they're pretty much capped at around 6 to 7 stars. Rarely you're going to see an 8 star. And I played the 6 stars for the longest time. And I sometimes played the 7 stars, but I wasn't really pushing my skill cap on him. I was like, okay, I'm going to play them for a bit, but then I fucking died 10 seconds. And I'm like, okay, well, that sucks. But the thing I should have been doing is that I hop onto 7 stars every so often, put on no fail if I'm dying, and then go play through the whole ass map. Don't quit in the beginning, bro. This is something that I see with so many people that are struggling to improve. They hop into the map and they're not doing well in the first 10 seconds. They're like, okay, I'm shit at this game, bye. And then they just quit out. No. You have to play through the whole ass fucking map, bro. That's how you improve at the map. And after you play that map, your experience level bar is going to get higher when you play that map. You want to play through the whole thing. Don't fucking quit out in the beginning just because you're struggling. You're struggling, that's a good thing. You want to go through the whole ass thing. And just pushing that skill cap is pretty important. And that's how you infinitely get better at the game. This is how Emmerich does it. He continuously DTs every fucking map. The map that he DT'd, he's going to put on hard rock. He's making everything harder and harder. This is also something in the gym where you're going to be progressively overloading your weights to get stronger. So you don't want to be benching perhaps 135 pounds forever. You want to be benching more than that eventually. So every so often you're going to increase the weight every week or so. Maybe this week it's going to be 135. The next one is going to be 140. After that it's going to be 145. You want to be increasing the difficulty. The same thing applies to OSU, and you're going to get better that way. Trust me. When I started pushing my skill cap, started playing the 8 stars, 7 stars consistently, I was like, okay, well, now I'm getting a lot better at the game and I'm having a great time. So pushing that skill cap is very important, not just besides FC and maps. And the last tip that I want to give for just the general OSU advice here is you want to also work on the skill sets that you're lacking in. So when I was looking at the one person that was playing the game and it was like, okay, I have 850 hours and I'm still 6 digit. I looked at his top plays and I was like, dude, you have no stream maps up here. Let's get some aim maps up here, or let's get some stream maps up here. And I was like, and he was like, okay. And I applied this for myself as well. So one of my skill sets that I lack in is aim. And the thing about aim is that I have a 6-digit aim. Like, I'm gonna be trying to play 6-star jump maps and I'm gonna be struggling really hard. I'm gonna get 100 misses on those. So one day I was like, okay, I'm just gonna try to get better at my aim. Let's see how that works for my overall skill. So I started pushing aim every day, pushing my skill cap in the aim skill set, and we went to the 6 stars and the 7 stars. I was struggling a bit, but eventually, after about a month of playing aim, my aim got a lot better, and now my aim is probably around 4-digit if I were to guess. But you want to round out your skill sets and play the skill sets that are lacking. And I feel like just for OSU, the general fundamentals you want to work on are your tapping and your aim, right? So that's the streams and then jump maps. So you want to be playing these to get better overall. So do those and you're going to do fine. Just work on your overall skill sets and focus on the weaker ones. And of course, there's going to be some skill sets that don't really matter as much, like easy skill set or gimmick skill set or reading skill set. Like, you don't have to play those to get better at the game, obviously, but it's cool to have those skill sets because you could flex on your friends who don't have that skill set and be like, hey, I can play AR8 and A rank it while you can't even read this shit. So perhaps those are like cool skill sets to do, but the thing about those is that they don't really help you get better at the game overall. The overall mechanics are pretty important and you want to focus on the ones that you're weak at to get better at the game. But besides that, I think that's just my overall tips on how you can get better at the game, just my general improvement advice. And I hope this video helps some people who've been struggling with their improvement, and I hope you guys apply this to yourselves because it's something that helps me personally when I go into my own improvement downward spiral and I'm like shitting the bed and not really improving. And then I think about the tips that I gave to other people and I'm like, okay, let's apply that one, and it eventually works for me. So having these tips is pretty good. But yeah, I'm about to go head to the gym gym now because I have to walk there about 2 miles. I do walk there instead of driving a car, so I gotta go there, man. Like, the bugs are flying around me and going onto my skin and my foot and my ankles and my elbows. Like, these bugs are all over the place and they're landing on me and shit, man. I gotta go to the gym, bro. But that's pretty much all I want to say in this video and how you guys can improve at Osu Games. So yeah, hope this video helps some people. See ya.